Hello, welcome to Callum channel. My channel updates Liverpool news today. If this is your first time watching the video, don't forget to click subscribe. Liverpool's Premier League winning streak continues, with victory number 17 secured over the course of the weekend. Leicester City were the opponents, with the Reds eventually running out 2-1 winners thanks to a last-gasp penalty slotted by James Milner. Despite the reliance on the late penalty decision, though, Jurgen Klopp's men dominated proceedings. The home side took 18 shots against Leicester's 2, having initially opened the scoring through Sadio Mane before half-time. Interestingly, though, that scoring opportunity was only able to materialise because of a subtle tactical tweak made by the Liverpool boss ahead of the match. His opposite number on the day, Brendan Rodgers, has a reputation for being experimental with roles, formations and tactics, but a simple move made by Klopp paid dividends during the contest. Liverpool's front three usually consists of Roberto Firmino operating through the middle, while Mane and Mohamed Salah are deployed on the flanks. The Brazilians' withdrawn movements complement the tendencies of Mane and Salah perfectly, with the pair inclined to dart in behind opposing defences using the space that Firmino often creates. Against Leicester, though, Klopp desired an alternative dynamic. Firmino was initially deployed on the left, while Mane and Salah took turns fulfilling the central role, with the opening goal capturing exactly why the German had enforced such a change. Under Rodgers, the Foxes are drilled to press the ball as a means of being proactive without possession. Passes per defensive action offers an insight into how frequently a team presses, by measuring how many opposing passes are allowed before a defensive action is made to regain the ball. The metric currently has Leicester as the most active in the division for closing down high up the field, ahead of second-placed Southampton. In order to impose such an approach, Leicester have to remain compact and press as a unit, so the team's defensive line has to stay high, similar to Liverpool's. The difference, though, is that Klopp has central defenders at his disposal that are relatively quick in comparison to most. As a consequence, they are able to cope with managing the excessive space behind them. Rodgers, on the other hand, has Johnny Evans and Charles Soyuncu as his starting centre-backs at present. The former is now 31 years old, and the latter has his strengths, but speed isn't one of them. Firmino's clever roaming would have provided the partnership with problems, but without highlighting the duo's overriding weakness, hence the need for Mane and Salah to become involved. The play materialised, with the Reds assuming possession near their own goal while being closed down by Leicester. Liverpool then demonstrated intent to press rather than hitting long, by playing passes that are likely to entice opposing players into moving forwards. Once Milner reached the middle third of the pitch, having bypassed several Leicester players, he immediately moved to play a through pass into the excessive space behind Leicester's defence. Mane was then free to engage in a foot race with Rodgers' two immobile central defenders, resulting in the first goal of the match. If Firmino had been deployed in his usual role through the middle, the move would have transpired differently, with the Brazilian lacking the necessary pace to stretch opposing defences in the same manner. The tactical tweak made by Klopp was subtle, but its impact was significant. The customary makeup of Liverpool's front three remains impeccably balanced, so it's unlikely that the ploy witnessed on Saturday will continue. But if the Anfield club are to face another team willing to press with relatively slow central defenders, then perhaps Klopp will consider playing his alternative card once more. How do you evaluate the purity of Jurgen Klopp? Don't forget comment and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.